metronome or a click track is just a point of reference that we can all agree upon. And it's very consistent. A strong sense of inner time or inner pulse. It's an absolute must-have for anyone who wants to make great music with great musicians. Okay, so every person feels the time differently. The key word is consistency. So after we've trained ourselves to be consistently in time with the click, then we can move on to listening so that we are able to adapt our playing to fit both the style of music we're performing and also the way the other musicians are feeling and stating the time. Okay, so the number one task of any drummer is to keep good time. That means you need to create a steady pulse in relationship to what the other musicians are playing. In other words, you need to be able to feel and state a strong pulse while listening to different bass lines, guitar riffs, piano tumbaos, percussion patterns, etc. So we need to develop our ears in order to create a relationship between what we are listening to, our internal clock, and also what we're playing. And that's why the traditional quarter note click should not be the only way to practice. Because when you practice with the click on quarter notes, the click, it's creating the pulse and we're just following along. So when the click is displaced to a different beat other than the downbeats, again, we're back in the driver's seat and we are responsible for creating the pulse. But we also have to be very aware of where the click is, because that pulse we're creating and the click need to have a very definitive relationship. And we have to keep it that way, as steady and as consistent as possible. And when we space the click out by making it, for example, by making it click only on the first beat of each bar, again, we are the ones creating that pulse. And the click is just going to be one reference point. But we are going to be able to create that entire space and the relationship between all the downbeats and the other beats. For example, if we interpret the click as being quarter note triplets, again, we need to provide a steady underlying pulse, which can only be done if we really understand what a quarter note click is and the space between the notes. So manipulating the click, it's a great exercise for developing your ears because it forces you to listen more carefully and also to listen to something other than what you're playing. And in that way, it will make you more aware of the music that's being played around.